Pepper's Old-Fashioned Barbecue serves up authentic barbecue and soul food, and owner Daniel Morgan finally is joining us in our Builder Source kitchen.
Finally.
I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You have a lot of fans, not only at the station, but out in the public, and I am now a fan. I want you to talk first to our viewers about the style of barbecue that you make at Pepper's and what makes it different from traditional Texas barbecue.
Well, the style of barbecue we have is really an eclectic soul food, classic soul food menu.
Oh, okay.
We do mops and rubs, and we baste a lot. More like backyard barbecue. So that's kind of what separates us.
And you also said you have a passion for what you do. You love it.
Oh yeah, I can do this work when I have the headache, the worst headache of the day, or the worst day. I can just come into work and have fun.
Aww.
So that's what's fun about it. So.
Well, and seeing all the satisfied customers has to make you feel good too.
That's right. We have a lot of them.
Well, and the thing that I think is really special is that the food comes from old family recipes. That
That's
always
right.
makes it more special. What's the specialty that you could tell us about?
Our specialty is just that. We have most of our menu recipes are about 120 years old.
Whoa.
We're talking about my mother's recipes that have been passed down from generation to generation. I was a kid that was always under my grandmother, and I took to her, and she taught me a lot of these things that we're doing today.
Yeah.
And so we like to infuse what I'm doing is infusing the old school of cooking and kind of mixing it with the new school of cooking.
Oh, nice. And
Yes.
so what are some of the things we can think about having when we come in on the menu?
Sweet potato cornbread we can't hardly keep it because we cook so much of it and people like it.
I'm so glad I worked out yesterday.
Yes. And then we have our ribs. We have ribs that we're 100% wood smoke barbecue. That also separates us because a lot of the other competition, they use gas, rotisserie.
That's right.
And we use 100% wood burning grill.
So you have a lot of things on the menu today. What are you making for us?
Today I've made some dirty rice that's got a spicy sausage in it with some bay leaves with bell peppers, onions, celery. We also made some braised pork chops with some of our sweet glazed barbecue sauce.
Can you give us any secrets about the barbecue sauce, or is it totally secretive?
It's not necessarily a secret. You can figure it out if you studied it a little bit, but the main ingredient that we have is a smoked molasses that I use in my barbecue sauce. We don't use any sauteed onions or any sauteed garlic or anything like that.
Really?
But we use smoked molasses. And I smoke that myself.
Okay. Nice.
So,
and what's going on under the lid?
Right here we have fried cabbage, and with this meal, you can kind of do it 3 different ways, and this is really a staple in the black home for what they call soul food dinner.
Okay.
You can make fried cabbage is what I made today, but you can also make it called smothered cabbage.
Okay, what's the difference? What's smothered?
The difference, when it's smothered, we use a little bit of flour to gravy it to get it like a stew-like.
Okay, got it.
And what we've done, instead of using the old-fashioned recipe with the bacon grease, I used extra virgin olive oil.
Nice, so you made it a little healthy.
A little health-friendly. And so we sauteed that down with some garlic, onions, celery, bell peppers, and we use a little garlic powder. And I have my own Greek seasoning, which is a derivative of my pork rub that we use in here. And that's what makes it fried cabbage that we also can't keep enough of.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I have never been so enticed by cabbage in my life. That's the truth. It just smells intoxicating, and it looks beautiful too. And obviously, like I said, you really care about the food that you make. And I know you've got some cornbread in the oven.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Sweet potato cornbread is ready.
What's the secret to the cornbread?
The secret to the cornbread is obviously cast iron skillet. Having a cast iron skillet in the kitchen in a black home is like a doctor with a scalpel or whatever. So if you don't have a cast iron skillet, you need to get
You're doing something very wrong.
Right. So we got the cast iron skillet for the cornbread.
Okay.
Also, this is a cast iron skillet also for the fried cabbage. And so that's how we'll make that.
It makes a big difference. And I want to mention to people, obviously we want them to come into the restaurant, but you also cater.
Oh, yes.
So can you tell us about that, as well as the takeout services that you offer?
Okay, well, you can come in and order out if you like. The times that we're open. You can call in as well, 232-SOUL, 7685. That's our number. Also, we do catering. We cater a large number of people. I used to cook for the Dallas Cowboys back in 2001, 2002. Yes, and so I've catered for more than 100,000 people at a time. we've done a lot of catering here in Albuquerque, and so we've been pretty excited with our catering business side of it.
People love that.
So it's pretty fun. So.
Well, I understand you also cater for the James Douglas Show, who are going to be performing on our show this week.
Marco Nunez, James Douglas, and Mike C. Those are my buddies. We're next door to each other, and I've been cooking for them ever since I've been open. So they've been a great supporter of mine, and I've been a good supporter of theirs too.
And that's what this community is all about, is everyone supports each other. And that was one of the things when I moved to New Mexico that struck me the most, is how everybody supports each other. And really, we want to continue to support local business, especially when it comes from a family, you know, and a family that's been doing this for so long. And you're teaching other people other cultures too, which I love and I appreciate.
That's right.
So, okay, so I'm going to try to be patient, but how long is that cornbread going to be?
The cornbread is ready. As soon as we cut the commercial, I'll take it out and we'll bring it and we'll let it rest and we'll go ahead and serve it right on up.
Okay, and let's remind all our viewers how they can find you.
You can find me. I'm on the corner of Copper and San Pedro, 303 San Pedro Drive Northeast. They're here in Albuquerque, right across the street from the State Fair. If you go into the Downs, I'm right across the street from Gate 3 entrance. So we'd love to have you. We're open from 11 to 7, and we'd love to have you. Absolutely, and we would love to have your food, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing when we come back from the break. Don't go away. All right. As a Pepper's Old Fashioned Barbecue, Daniel, you have created a heavenly breakfast for us today. Tell everybody once again what you've made. What we have right here is dirty rice. It's a touch spicy. It has bay leaves in it. We also have fresh grinded sausage along with bell peppers, onions, and celery with a little brown rice. It's excellent. This is also a fried cabbage dish that I make every day at the restaurant. And it has bell peppers, onions, and celery with a little bit of Greek seasoning, a little garlic pepper, and also a little bit of butter, a little olive oil, and we saute that and render it down, and thus you get fried cabbage. Sweet potato cornbread there. It's a little bit sweet, has a little cinnamon in it. It's excellent. And we have some braised pork chops with a little bit of sweet glazed barbecue sauce on top.
Oh, this looks so we are so excited. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we want to remind everybody to head on over. You know, this is going to be a feast for us, but it can be a feast for you as well. And we also want to thank you so much for joining us today and remind you, before we have a mouthful, that if there's anything you need to know about our show, you can log on to our website at casa.com. And remember, 2 great contests to win those women's basketball tickets, as well as to win tickets to Jersey Boys when it comes to Popejoy. So you'll want to go to our website for sure. And now, let's go. Let's do it.
You know what? All I need is a glass of sweet iced tea right
now. That's it.
Some sweet tea.
We'll have sweet tea starting at the end of March.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you're gonna have like a daily customer now.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Best cornbread I've ever had in my life already.
That's delicious. I was ready for that fried cabbage.
Good.
Let me go for the fried cabbage now.
It's really good.
All right. Oh my God.
Like that.
I've never had cabbage like this before, I swear. Okay, and I don't feel that guilty eating the cabbage.
Well, that's you all right. Well, there's some health in it, you know. If you're happy, that's healthy.
Oh, we're happy. We're happy. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow at 8.